Hey everybody, it's Tuesday Night Trivia. I'm Chris and this is our channel Right As Game. And thank you all for joining us. Tonight we're going to be doing Harry Potter as our theme. And also, she's not on camera right now, but say hi to my wife Crystal. She'll be doing all the tabulations and calculations on who got the answer right. So I also need to bring up, I have chat right here. Perfect, awesome. Alright, so as mentioned, tonight is Harry Potter, and just to give you guys a rundown on how this works, I'm going to roll a dice to choose a category. I'm going to I'm going to ask you guys a question, and I'm going to give you 30 seconds to come up with the answer. Now, I am usually about 10 seconds delayed. Now, I want to give you guys a full 30 seconds, so it'll probably be about 40, just to make sure. Also, we only ask open-ended questions. So if I get a true, false, or something like that, I'm going to skip that one and just choose another question. So 30 seconds. If you get the answer right, Crystal will see that in the comments, and she will give you the credit as long as your answer comes in before the cutoff. The cutoff will be quite distinctly me prompting. I'll say this. Time's up. You can see that in the chat now if you're taking a look. And if you get your answer in before that, then you get the point. We're going to be playing for about 15 minutes. 15 minutes is the goal. Sometimes it ends up being a little longer as a set. And we will let you know how you're doing compared to everybody else in sort of a leaderboard on who's got the most correct answers all the way down to the least at the end of the set. We'll do 4 sets and then call it a night. That'll be about an hour. And that's pretty much it. Pretty straightforward how we do things over here. Anything else we need to tell them? Okay, just use your words, hon. I have no idea what you're saying.
Can you expand that?
I can't. I have no idea how to do that.
Because it shows up on your screen.
Yep, but I'm not worried about it. It's a cool background. That's the point. All right, so let's get to the questions because that's why you're all here. Starting out, we have... Oh, the categories, by the way, are the dark arts, Hogwarts, magical spells and potions, magical objects, magical people, and animals and magical creatures. Hello, Melissa. I also see Robert, Monica, Chris, Kate, and that's it, who's made a comment so far. But if you are here, by all means, say hi. And before I get started with the questions, shameless plug, by all means, click on the like or the notifications or the subscribe button or all of them. We don't have a like button in YouTube, I don't think.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up, yes. Because, well, we're not too professional around here with this stuff. We're just doing it for fun. But the more you guys show that you like our stuff, the more likely other people will be able to see it as well. All right, question number 1. We have a Jasmine, and I'm probably going to get your name wrong. Yusante? Welcome. I apologize if I did get that wrong. All right, our first question is from the category Magical Objects. What object serves as the port key to take the Weasleys, Diggories, and Harry and Hermione to the Quidditch World Cup final? What object serves as the port key to take the Weasleys, Diggories, and Harry and Hermione to the Quidditch World Cup final? Oh, that's my timer. You guys don't need to see my timer. I'll let you know when time's up. All right, time's up, folks. Looks like we have a ton of people who happen to know that particular scene. It is, in fact, a boot. So the question, again, What object serves as the portkey to take the Weasleys, Diggories, and Harry and Hermione to the Quidditch World Cup final? The answer, a boot. That sounded very Canadian. I'm joking. We don't say that. Next question is from the Dark Arts. And the question is, who kills Bellatrix Lestrange after the Battle of Hogwarts? Who kills Bellatrix Lestrange after the Battle of Hogwarts? All right, we're going to have to stretch your guys' brain a little bit on this one. They're looking for a first and last name. And time's up, folks. All right. Now, just to be clear, I'm not the final judge on whether or not you got it in on time and all that. It's my wife, because I have a delay. She's seeing things as you guys see them. The answer is Molly Weasley. Now, somebody mentioned, like, Ron's mom. I don't remember if that's Ron's mom. So, I'm not sure about that part. But it's Molly Weasley for the person who killed Bellatrix Lestrange after the Battle of Hogwarts. Good job. To anybody who got that, I don't remember that scene, actually. Strangely. Moving on. This one is from Animals and Magical Creatures. Oh, if you need me to pause for you to do your stuff at any time.
We're good. I got him.
Animals and Magical Creatures. Ooh, let me reset my timer here. And who does Harry hear singing when he opens the golden egg underwater? Who does Harry hear singing when he opens the golden egg underwater? Time's up, folks. I just gotta hit that button. There we go. Time's officially up. Those water creature things. So a little bit of different answers here. I think most people got it roughly. So the answer they were looking for was mer people. We'll take mermaids or variants of that. What's the difference between a siren and a mer person? I don't actually know. Sirens sing to you to draw you in. Mer people were not always depicted as evil, but I'm pretty sure they also sing to you to draw you in and murder you. In the old tales, I forget. So, anyway, mer people or a derivative thereof. Moving on. Animals and magical creatures once again. And the question is, what creature hatches from the egg that Hagrid won during a game of cards in a pub? What creature hatches from the egg that Hagrid won during a game of cards in a pub? And time's up, folks. Looks like we have lots of great answers there.
You have very specific answers.
Yes, I like that too. Very specific. All they're looking for is a dragon. But yes, I do believe it was a Norwegian Ridgeback. They're not all bad. Fantastic. Good memories. Moving on to the next question. This one is from Magical People. That's like all of us, right? Anyway, moving on. Which member of the Order of the Phoenix has scars running down his face because of an encounter with Fenrir Greyback the werewolf? Which member of the Order of the Phoenix has scars running down his face because of an encounter with Fenrir Greyback the werewolf? All right, time's up, folks. And while Mad-Eyed Moody does have many scars from his many adventures, the answer to which member of the Order of the Phoenix has scars running down his face because of an encounter with Fenrir Greyback, the werewolf, is Bill Weasley. Looks like a few folks got that right. Congratulations. And I'm not going to comment that because I may misremember, but that's okay. Magical objects. In The Tale of Three Brothers, what prize does the first brother receive from death? In The Tale of Three Brothers, what prize does the first brother receive from death? Time's up, folks. I'm going to put it officially in the channel. There we go. And the answer to, in the Tales of the Three Brothers, what prize does the first brother receive from death? Some of you did, in fact, get it right. It is the Elder Wand. Good job, Jasmine, Melissa, Sante, Monica. Excellent. Well done. That's like a sub-story, right? That leads to the things that they need to know. It's been a while since I read. Clearly, I need to fix that. All right, the next one is Hogwarts. And we have 2 minutes left of the round. Hogwarts. Who is Ron's first girlfriend at Hogwarts? Who is Ron's first girlfriend at Hogwarts? I wouldn't have guessed this. That annoying chick. All right, folks, time's up. So the first girlfriend for Ron at Hogwarts was indeed Lavender Brown.
Well done.
Yes, and many people got that. Well done. I don't remember her at all from the movies or the book. So you guys are on fire. I think I'm putting these all upside down. Um, I think everybody's probably good. As long as you can keep up.
Mhm.
Cool. All right. It is 7:45. Looks like that round's done. So, how are we doing, Crystal?
Well, our leaders for that round, Jasmine is in first, and Sante and Miguel are tied for second. And then pretty much everybody else is in third.
Three-way tie for who? Whom again?
Jasmine's first.
Yep.
And then Sante and Miguel. Those are our top 3 people for that round.
I want to make sure I'm spelling it right. Good thing I checked. Because it's always good to get people's names right. And then 3 is everyone else. If you haven't answered a question yet, you're just hanging out, you get credit with everyone else. All right, let's get into round 2. This one is the dark arts. I hope I get all these names right because it's been a while. What is Yaxley's title when the Death Eaters take over the Ministry of Magic? What is Yaxley's title when the Death Eaters take over the Ministry of Magic? This is a long one, folks.
We have to have a few hard ones.
Oh, for sure. Time's up, folks. Yaxley's title when the Death Eaters take over the Ministry of Magic is indeed the head of the Department of the Magical Law Enforcement, which is a bit of a mouthful. Head of the Department of Magical Law Enforcement. Yeah, Death Weeder. That might have been a typo, but it's still funny. Next question. We are back to the dark arts. They're alluring. Who did R.A.B. instruct to destroy the locket Horcrux after his death? Who did R.A.B. instruct to destroy the locket Horcrux after his death? Oh, yeah, time's up. Look at that. It was indeed Creature who was instructed to destroy the locket after R.A.B.'s death. It was Creature. Looks like that was a memorable moment for many. I don't remember it. I clearly have to watch this stuff again.
You have some time.
Apparently, yes. Blue! Blue is Hogwarts. What is the name of the Hogwarts matron? What is the name of the Hogwarts matron? I think she wants to have that much money. All right, folks, time's up on that one. And it is, in fact, Madame Pomfrey who is the matron for Hogwarts. I'm pretty sure that just means she gives them money. Like, she's their sponsor. That place is huge, so she's clearly got it. Roll in the dough. Pomfrey, if you need a first name. That's not my call. It's all up to Crystal. How nice she wants to be.
Pomfrey's fine.
This one is magical spells and potions. When they travel back in time, what spell do Harry and Hermione see Professor Lupin use to calm the Whooping Willow? When they travel back in time, what spell do Harry and Hermione see Professor Lupin use to calm the Whomping Willow? And time's up on that. Looks like you guys know your magic. It is indeed Immobilis. That is used to calm the Whomping Willow by Professor Lupin. Yellow. Yellow is magical people. How many brothers does Ron have? How many brothers does Ron have? They're not all in the stories, very much. So probably less than 17. And time's up on that one, folks. It is, in fact, 5. Ron Weasley has 5 brothers. Next question. Magical objects. Through most of the story, it's a has. Are you doing spoilers? All right, next question. This is... magical objects, yeah. Whose image appears on the Daily Prophet's front page labeled as undesirable number 1? Whose image appears on the Daily Prophet's front page as undesirable number 1? I wouldn't have got this one right. Alright, time's up on that one. It is surprisingly, yes, Harry Potter. For the many of you who remember that part. I would have thought it was Sirius Black, because, he was in the beginning very much. Everybody was out looking for him. But, no, they wouldn't have put him on there, because that'd be bad. But nope, it is in fact Harry Potter, who was the number 1 undesirable on the front page of the newspaper. Moving along. We're back to the dark arts. Okay, this is a long one. And I hope I get the names right. Igor Karkaroff offers up the names Rosier, Rookwood, Snape and which other Death Eater at his trial that Harry sees through the pensieve? Igor Karkaroff offers up the names of Rosier, Rockwood, Snape, and which other Death Eater at his trial that Harry sees through the pensieve? David Tennant. He probably wouldn't have minded the mention.
We do indeed need the character name.
Yep, the character name, please. Does he really? I should go watch that again because he's brilliant. Love David Tennant and everything he does. It is, in fact, Bartley Crouch Jr., who was the other Death Eater given up by Igor Karkaroff that Harry sees through the pensieve. Good job, everybody. You guys know your Harry Potter trivia. Next question is about Hogwarts. What subject does Professor Grubblyplank teach in Harry's 5th year? What subject does Professor Grubblyplank teach in Harry's 5th year? And time's up, folks. The subject for Professor Grubblyplank is indeed the care of magical creatures. Many of you remember that. That's wonderful. If I ever write a book, I'd like fans like you guys. All right, next one is the dark arts. Who is... I'm going to get this wrong. Yeah, who is Narcissa Malfoy's sibling? Who is Narcissa Malfoy's sibling? The name kind of gives it away. Nope, not the person I would have guessed. The answer they're looking for to who is Narcissa Malfoy's sibling. I'm not telling you now, but that's what they're looking for. And time's up on that one, folks. The answer is, that they're looking for at least, to who is Narcissa Malfoy's sibling is Bellatrix Lestrange. But I do believe, yeah, there was two of them. But I could be thinking of something else, but that's the one they're looking for. One more question in the round. We're going back to the dark arts. And I think this one will be easy. When the Death Eaters take control of the Ministry, what title do they give Harry on the wanted posters? When the Death Eaters can take control of the Ministry, what title do they give Harry on the wanted posters? It's not very flattering. And time's up. It is, in fact, undesirable number 1. You figure they'd be a little bit more overt than that, but nope. Playing it cool.
That's the last one from
that was the last question for that round. Just going to give Crystal a minute to tally up all the answers. And if you have not done so, by all means, subscribe, like, thumbs up, whatever Facebook, YouTube options are available. Go ahead and do that if you'd like. We're all here for fun, but that will give you a notice that we're going to do this in case you forget. Next Tuesday, every Tuesday at 7:30. Do we have answers, tallies, numbers? Are you typing it out right now?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look at that. You're going to get a post from Crystal in just a minute. Jasmine, well done keeping that lead. Monica, welcome to the leaderboard. Is there a 3?
Yeah, I just put through. Miguel.
Oh. And Miguel, number 3. Good job, everybody. All right, moving on to the next round. Magical people. What is Gregorovich's profession? What is Gregorovich's profession? When you guys do Harry Potter events, do you think there's more girls or boys that show up?
We tend to have more girls. But it's usually geared towards the age that the books are written for when we do events. So it tends to be more girls that read books at that age.
That makes a lot of sense. The books weren't written for children. Well, they were, but... Sorry. I am wrong. They were written for children. Time's up, by the way. They use a lot of big words, though, which is a challenge for a lot of kids. But that's
in the 9 to 12-year-old categories.
Yeah. All right. The question was, what is Gregorovich's profession? The answer is, in fact, wand maker. Look at all you guys. You seem to remember the names of characters that probably only show up in the movie for 10 minutes. Could be wrong on that. All right, rolling some dice. What does Ron use to find his way back to Harry and Hermione's? To Harry and Hermione, not their place. Way back to. I'm gonna start over. What does Ron use to find his way back to Harry and Hermione after he abandons them during their hunt for Horcruxes? What does what does Ron use to find his way back to Harry and Hermione after he abandons them during the hunt for Horcruxes? Sticking on orange. Time's up, folks. It was, in fact, the deluminator, and it is a thing that takes light from people. Good job. I remember the scenes, but not the name of the thing. So I'm just impressed with your guys' knowledge. Has anybody seen the movie recently? Like any of the movies recently? This is probably a pretty good question. Maybe doing it while you're stuck inside most of the time. Magical people. Gwenog Jones is the captain of which Quidditch team? Gwenog Jones is the captain of which Quidditch team? Every day. Wow. That's awesome. Time's up, folks. The answer for which team does Gwenog Jones captain, which Quidditch team does he captain, is the Holyhead Harpies. I would think it would be Holyhead, but that would be with 2 L's, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, that's what it says. So it looks like a lot of folks know which team we're talking about. Good job. Good memory. The Dark Arts. What is Tom Riddle's middle name? What is Tom Riddle's middle name? These guys are on fire. Time's up on that one, folks. It is, in fact, Marvolo. Marvolo is Tom Riddle's middle name. Baloo. Baloo is Hogwarts. Which subject does Professor Umbridge teach at Hogwarts? Which subject does Professor Umbridge teach at Hogwarts? I believe the riddle turned out to be I am Lord Voldemort. Alright, time's up on that one, folks. And it looks like all of you got it correct. It is, in fact, the defense against the dark arts that Professor Umbridge taught while at Hogwarts. I remembered one thing about the book so far. That's not good odds. Alright, moving on. The category is magical objects. Which item is... Nope. That gives us 4 choices. We don't do 4 choices. Moving on. Still magical objects. How is Harry, as Albert Runcorn, able to get into Dolores Umbridge's office without being seen by the numerous personnel outside of it? How is Harry, as Albert Runcorn, able to get into Dolores Umbridge's office without being seen by the numerous personnel outside of it? I'm going to give you guys a bit of a hint here. They're looking for object and action. Although we'll take any kind of indication that you know what you're talking about. Oh, time's up on that already. That was a little fast. Okay. They used a pineapple? Nope. No, pretty sure it wasn't. All right, so how did Harry get past all the people outside of Dolores Umbridge's office without being seen? The answer is by setting off a decoy detonator. Did anybody get a decoy detonator?
Jasmine and Miguel.
Nice work. I would have totally have thought the Cloak of Invisibility. I mean, that's kind of like a staple of the series, but no, indeed. Decoy detonator. We have time for a couple more questions in this round. Let's see if we can move along. Magical objects, once again. In whose vault is the sword of Gryffindor believed to be hidden? In whose vault is the sword of Gryffindor believed to be hidden? Also not what I would have guessed. Time's up on that one, folks. It is indeed Bellatrix Lestrange's vault that they believe the sword of Gryffindor is hidden within. Purple! Purple is the dark arts. According to Professor Dumbledore, what Horcrux did Lord Voldemort create unintentionally? According to Dumbledore, which Horcrux did Lord Voldemort create unintentionally? Is there a competitiveness on timing coming out? Alright, time's up on that one, folks. The answer is indeed Harry Potter. Harry Potter is the unintentional Horcrux that Lord Voldemort created. Which I thought was a great twist of the whole story. Made it not typical. All right, next question is Hogwarts related. Oh, that's the answer. Let's go to the question. How many players are on a Quidditch team? How many players are on a Quidditch team? And time's up on that one. It is, in fact, 7. 7 players to a Quidditch team. Congratulations to those of you who remember that. I remember it was like a lot, but not like too many. I know it doesn't help at all, but that's what I remember. More than 5, less than 10. The next question comes from the Dark Arts. Name the 3 other prisoners Harry and Ron find in the dungeons of Malfoy Manor. Name the 3 other prisoners that Harry and Ron find in the dungeons of Malfoy Manor. I'm going to need a name because I'm not necessarily sure what their professions are. Ian, time's up on that one, folks. Alright. Ron and Harry find the following people in the dungeons of Malfoy Manor: Luna Lovegood, Mr. Ollivander, and Grip Hook. Whether or not we give you 1 point for one right answer and 3 points total, or just 1 point if you got them all right, is entirely up to Crystal, and she'll surprise you with your rankings. Is that a little willy-nilly? Sometimes we do that. Flip these around. Alright. That was our last question for that round, actually, because it is now 8:15. So, how are we doing on the rankings? Crystal will be typing them up right now. Congratulations, Jasmine. You are definitely in the ranks of the Potterheads. Congratulations on spot number 2, Rob. I'm waiting for a 3. It's just delayed. Monica and Miguel tied for 3rd. The old man remembered stuff. Well, yes, it happens. The Dark Arts. Going into our final round. Nope. Also the Dark Arts. Here we go. What does Dumbledore conjure to protect himself and Harry from the Inferi in the cave? What does Dumbledore conjure to protect himself and Harry from the Inferi in the cave? Probably Inferi. He conjures infants? That would be interesting. Babies! Have at it. Time's up! My bitrate seems to be suffering, so hopefully that doesn't affect the questions too much. But the answer to what does Dumbledore conjure to protect himself and Harry from the Inferi in the cave is fire. Because if you're a wizard, you should be able to summon fire. Babies is the secret tactic. All right. The Dark Arts. Before the Battle of Hogwarts, whose voice is heard speaking to the students and the teachers in the Great Hall? Before the Battle of Hogwarts, whose voice is heard speaking to the students and teachers in the Great Hall? I'm trying not to look down as much. But the reading. Oh, time. Nope. Have a little bit left. Time's up, folks. It is, in fact, Lord Voldemort. The bald one. Yep, he's pretty bald. Rolling dice. The dark arts once again, because it's alluring and draws people in. Okay. Why is Justin Finch Fetchley not killed when he encounters the basilisk? Why is Justin Finch Fetchley not killed when he encounters the basilisk? Time's up, folks. A lot of interesting theories on this one, but I think only one is correct, and that is Jasmine. He's not already dead. He didn't die from this. When you see a basilisk, or I guess if a basilisk sees you, you turn to stone. But he saw it through the ghost of nearly headless Nick, which is, I guess, an obstacle. So,
Miguel got that as well.
Oh, good job, Miguel. Mm-hmm. Awesome. Sorry about that. Didn't see that. Credit where credit's due. Orange. Magical objects. What does Dumbledore send to Harry with his phoenix in the Chamber of Secrets? What does Dumbledore send to Harry in the chamber with his phoenix in the Chamber of Secrets? Time's up on that. And yes, looks like most people remember. It is, in fact, the Sorting Hat. That is enough to get you the point. But the purpose of that seems to be to drop off the Sword of Gryffindor. Next question. Green is animals and magical creatures. According to legend, what is inside the Chamber of Secrets? According to legend, what is inside the Chamber of Secrets? I don't like this question. Or specifically, I don't like the answer.
It's a secret.
According to legends. Time's up! And the only correct answer is Miguel's. A monster. Legends say a monster is in the Chamber of Secrets, but don't say which one. And it turns out to be a basilisk, yes, but a monster is the legendary thing in the chamber. Next question is magical people. Which Ministry of Magic employee expels Harry after the Dementor attack in the underpass because of his use of underage sorcery? Which Ministry of Magic employee expels Harry after the Dementor attack in the underpass because of his use of underage sorcery? Oh, time's up on that one. It is Mafalda Hopkirk. Mafalda Hopkirk is the person who expels Harry for the use of underage magic after being attacked by Dementors in the underpass. Category: Magical Spells and Potions. We didn't get a lot of these questions tonight. Magical Spells and Potions. What is written next to the spell? I'm going to get this wrong. What is written next to the spell Sectum Sempra in Harry's Potions book? What is written next to the spell Sectum Sempra in Harry's Potions book? This might be a visual thing from the movies. And time's up, folks! The entry is 4 enemies. But not like 4 enemies. Alright. Maybe 1 or 2 more questions to the round. We'll see how it goes. The Dark Arts, of course. Which Death Eaters attack and burn the Weasley home, the Burrow, to the ground? Which Death Eaters attack and burn the Weasley's house, the Burrow, to the ground? No? Time's up. Alright, so the Death Eaters who attacked and burned the Weasley's home, the Burrow, to the ground are indeed Bellatrix Lestrange and Fenrir Greyback. One last question. And that will be animals and magical creatures. The letter Harry receives from Hogwarts says he can bring either an owl, a cat, or what remaining animal? The letter that Harry receives from Hogwarts says he can bring an owl, a cat, or which remaining animal? All right, folks. Time's up on that. And the remaining animal to what or which animals Harry can bring with him, as noted in the letter, are either an owl, a cat, or a toad. That's our questions for tonight. In just a minute, Crystal's going to have your numbers for you to see how everybody finished off with this round, but also for the whole night as a tally. In the meantime, if you guys have a theme that you'd like us to do for Trivia Night, by all means let us know. We will put up a poll based on the suggestions that we get, and we will decide our next theme nights based on the results of the poll. But you have to give us our suggestions first so we know kind of what to ask, and then we'll see what kind of responses we get from there. The Never-Ending Story. I don't know if they have trivia on that.
I'm sure I can pull some.
We can probably pull some questions, though. That would be an interesting one. Star Wars. Psych. Like, you want psychology or, like, psycho? Congratulations, everybody.
We can definitely do a Disney one again.
We can do a Disney one again. We're probably going to wait a couple of weeks. We just did one. But we can definitely revisit it. There's so much to know about Disney. But if you break Disney down, we might be able to do something on a more specialized part of the Disney franchise. We could definitely do a Marvel night, or I don't know, what else is Disney into other than princesses and Marvel?
Star Wars.
Star Wars, yes, well, that was mentioned.
We held out Marvel and Star Wars when we did Disney last time.
Right, yes. So last time we did Disney, we did not talk about Star Wars and Marvel. Those are their own subjects. If we did Marvel, it'd be interesting to do like the Netflix shows based trivia rather than just the big movies. Retro TV. We do have an 80s night, 80s themed trivia that we can use, which is kind of like retro TV, but also a lot of other retro things. I will destroy everyone in Star Wars. Are you on the dark side there, Melissa? Psych, the TV show. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, we watched it.
Did we?
It's a comedy.
Did we watch that one?
Mm-hmm. You'd remember if you saw it.
Okay.
The guy that pretends he's a psychic who works for the police.
Oh, I thought that was The Mentalist or something.
No, that's the one that he was the serious person.
Oh.
The other one was the comedy, where it was like a younger guy.
Right, yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah. I remember. It's the greatest TV show. It was pretty well done. It had a pretty limited run, I think, though. Yeah, I was going to ask everybody, I totally forgot, which Hogwarts house are you? Also, which Hogwarts house do you think I am? Well, so you don't know me, but just make a guess.
Melissa's cut your number.
No. Let's say, are you just commenting for yours or mine? Because yeah, I can definitely see you guys being Gryffindor. I'm totally Slytherin, but not the evil ones. What is Ilvermorny house?
That's the one from Fantastic Beasts. That's the North American house.
Ah. Look at my wife buttering it up. That's awesome. I have no idea. It was a good movie. I didn't read the book. All right, so thank you guys for all your suggestions. You're welcome to post them in the comments below or post in our Facebook page on what you'd like to see upcoming trivia nights, for the subject matter. We're happy to do them. We pretty much run in this format until we find a better format. But if you guys have suggestions on how we can improve, by all means, we're happy to do that. As I mentioned, we're just kind of doing this for fun, but the hope is that we can all have some fun with it. So if you have any suggestions on improvement, I'm all ears. Feedback is always good. And with that, I'm going to stop the stream. But thank you guys for coming up, taking the time to spend with us. And once again, shameless plug, if you guys would like to, you can subscribe or set the notifications or hit the thumbs up or go to our Facebook page and go ahead and like that. Because the more you guys do that, the more likely we're going to get mentioned to other people as a way to spend your Tuesday night, which is an honor for you guys, for you guys to be here. And anybody else who would like to join, we're happy to have them come on out. Eventually, we may need more than just Crystal looking at the responses so we can tally them all up, but that's okay. That's a good trouble to have. So once again, thank you guys, and we'll see you guys next Tuesday. Have a great night.